Anderson, joined by Allie LaForce, our reporter. Tip-off goes to the Thunder. To the inside. Count the bucket, coming off a perfectly placed pass. And Doris, with how these teams like to get out and run, we should see a lot of transition tonight.
We should, and it always makes for exciting basketball, but more importantly, B.A., these are teams that create easy buckets. Everything in basketball cannot be a grind. That's why these two teams are fun to watch.
Here's Williams, following the score by Houston. And there's the call on Amin Thompson. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Holmgren. And Hartenstein slams it in.
Don't judge Holmgren by his size. He does have a passing skill set, finding shooters and getting them the ball.
Out of bounds, it'll be Thunder ball. So it's Oklahoma City now. And Grant, you look at the Rockets' additions over the last year or two. There's an emphasis on toughness.
Yeah, toughness, both physical and mental. Those are the kinds of veterans they've brought in. And that extends, of course, to the coaching staff, too. Woo! His energy is unmatched.
The finish in transition, nice and easy.
Pass to Holmgren. Oh, it's stolen by Eason. In transition, here they come. And it's hammered home by Green.
And that's just outstanding work in transition. Green knowing where he needs to get to in these spots.
First quarter, just over a minute and a half in. Now, here's Williams. Just 4 to shoot. It's rebounded by Şengün. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Mark Daigneault gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. We talked about how Alperen Şengün can act as a facilitator. Coach said he sees the floor like nobody else. He's got a great mind for the game. And if you let him find his guy out of the high post, he will punish you. No doubt about it, they're aware. He is the engine of this offense.
As always, Allie, we thank you. Grant, how about the rise of OKC? In just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed.
Incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Holmgren. And Houston has possession. They lead by 4. Green with the ball. Now Gilgeous-Alexander defending. To the left side wing. Brooks outside. Ooh, some solid defense from Gilgeous-Alexander. And so it's Oklahoma City with it. Inside. Here's Holmgren. And the big finish by Holmgren.
And before he even leaves the floor, Holmgren has the ball at rim level.
Pass to Brooks. Thompson right side. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move. Like, where was the defense on that play?
To me, that's a complete lack of communication on that side of the ball. These guys need to be talking to each other.
And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. City making a switch here. And we're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Pass to Hartenstein. Back to Wallace. Here's Holmgren. Shoots. And good. Off the lead pass that time. Holmgren's got his second basket of the game.
And this is where Holmgren is such a scoring threat. His size can make interior shots easier to find.
Well, OKC has a great track record with their draft picks, and it seems like they got another one in Cason Wallace.
Wallace was the 10th pick in 2023. He's going to give you great physical pressure defense on the perimeter, and then he's going to play to his strength offensively. OKC rarely misses with their draft picks, and they didn't on this guy.
Knocks it loose. Stolen by Thompson. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul.
And for Green, it's about trying to be consistent. He has talent, and he needs to play to his strengths.
Now here's Green. 5 points in the game. Gets the three to fall. Brooks has got 5 now.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
To the paint. Stolen by Thompson. Fast break. Here come the Rockets. Here's Green. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a three-point play. This is his second trip to the line in the game. So, Grant, after 3 straight drafts high in the lottery, the Rockets got to 500 in 2024.
Yeah, and I love how they signed some vets in the summer of 23. Houston decided we want to win now, and I wish more teams did that.
41 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Outside Eason. Three-pointer. Hartenstein pulls it in. Thunder trail by 9. Holmgren with it. He's picked up by Eason. Holmgren goes in. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
He's long, lanky, and very quick. Defenders have a tough time with Holmgren coming down the lane.
And the Thunder making a change here. And he's good on the second. There's 21 seconds left to play in the first. Pass to Brooks. Outside Eason. There's the 3. And that comes off the assist by Green.
3 points.
They're not wasting any time putting their stamp on this game. What a start.
And they've been doing it largely at the offensive end. If the defense does not adjust, this could be a blowout.
And so it's Houston closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few. Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Houston.
I must say their defensive intensity has been impressive so far, really making it hard for the offense to hold on to the ball.
And that one's good for Brooks. Brooks has got 7.
A throwback wing. Dillon Brooks is very comfortable working down low.
Down low. Here's Wallace. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. Grant, we're starting to see more players throwing alley-oops to themselves off the backboard. Did you ever do that?
In practice, maybe, but although I had some leaping ability early on, I never had the audacity to do it in a real game.
Brooks with it. Caruso covers. Here's Thompson. Ooh, lots of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws will follow that whistle.
And what I like about Thompson, along with the high-level athleticism, he has a high-level feel for the game.
That free throw is good from Thompson. Doris, not only is the Thunder roster full of young talent, they also have a ridiculous amount of draft capital.
BA, you've got to give a ton of credit to the front office. They've got multiple options going forward. continue to draft and develop their talent, or perhaps use those picks to trade for a superstar you believe fits.
Caruso with the bucket.
They're punishing those late defensive rotations, getting good looks inside throughout the half.
Green going at the D. Oklahoma City grabs a miss.
He's got a great defensive mind. He gets good position and affects the release.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
Houston leading by 11. Thompson outside. Floats one up. Oh, he nails that one. 3 for 4 now.
You see there, Thompson does a good job of sneaking into the lane and finishing.
And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy here. Second quarter basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Pass to Caruso. Tries again. Here's Hartenstein. Oh, persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Hartenstein's got 6 points.
He got in excellent position, then takes it right back up. And staring at a sizable deficit, the defense has to tighten up.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. And here's Wiggins. Back to Hartenstein. And Hartenstein slams it in.
And just a lack of fight right now on the defensive end.
Right? At least on that slam it was. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right, you can see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
Dort outside. Now Caruso. Shot clock at 6. Back to Dort. To the middle. Hartenstein. Off the mark. Had a chance there to trim it to single digits. Pass to Thompson. Now Brooks. Oh, they get a hand on it. And stolen by Hartenstein. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Well, similarities in the games of Alperen Şengün and Nikola Jokic. A couple years back, Jokic suggested that Houston run their offense more through him, and they have. Jokic said that's going to benefit the whole organization. He wants to pass and play for the team. They'll move when the ball is in his hands. Brian?
Well, Jokic would know. Thanks, Allie. Back to Green. And here's Şengün. No made baskets yet.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
Hartenstein with it. He's picked up by Eason. And Hartenstein gets it to go.
We are talking about a 6'6" point guard. Shea has got a great view of the floor. What an easy pass.
Well, the Thunder will be building a new arena, Doris, right across the street from their current home.
Well, how exciting that the downtown arena is set to open in the 29-30 season with a 25-year lease. This secures the team's long-term future in Oklahoma City. And honestly, BA, this fan base is so passionate, they deserve it.
To the paint. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
You have to have the vision to find the open man. Beautiful pass.
Green in the post. Nope, 4 for 7 now. Thunder trail by 7. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Gilgeous-Alexander no good. And here are the Rockets now. Pass to Brooks. Back to Thompson. Oh, and the jam by Thompson.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a dunk, BA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. And so it's the Houston Rockets. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Their key to consistency has been their dominance in the paint. They've been the more physical team. We'll be right back after this word. Well, for those just tuning in, thanks for being with us. Second half of this game still to play. Here's Van Vliet. Outside Holiday. And that's a foul called on Isaiah Hartenstein. That's his first foul of the game.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Holiday with the ball. To the inside. Outside Whitmore. 5 to shoot. And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That'll get him his 4th foul of the game.
These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
Here's Van Vliet. And stolen by Holmgren. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Van Vliet covering. And here's Caruso outside. Drains the triple. Caruso's got 7 points in the game.
I'll tell you, you are playing with fire anytime you leave this guy open, and they just got burned.
Three-pointer Holiday. Good. And Van Vliet gets the assist. And the Rockets lead by 9.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
And that's out of bounds. Oklahoma City will keep it. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
I love when Shea does not just settle for a layup. Finish with authority. What a pretty dunk.
Outside Whitmore. From outside the arc. And the Rockets hit again from deep.
Listen, this guy is not the most dangerous threat from there, but you have got to honor the shooting a little bit.
You know, Grant and Van Vliet, they've got a guy who's been through everything in this league.
Yeah, B.A. Van Vliet's seen it all. He's won a championship. He's been in the All-Star game. He's been on a last-place team. But no wonder nothing seems to faze him.
Thunder trail by 8. On the wing, Caruso. 7 points in the game. Let's go with a 3. It's hauled in by Houston. Left side, Holiday. Pass to Adams. Launches a 3. Van Vliet misses.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Here's Holmgren. Holmgren for 2.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
It's Van Vliet with a drive. An open look for Smith. And all around the rim that time before dropping. Smith got his first points of the game.
You know, Smith came into the league as a capable and confident shooter off the catch.
Pass to Adams. Right side, Whitmore. Holmgren with the block.
You can't forget about Holmgren's reach, especially when he's nearby on defense.
A minute 50 left to play in the third. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his group.
And there's the whistle. That'll belong to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. That's his first foul. Oklahoma City making a switch here.
Number 21, Aaron Wiggins.
Over to the wing. Pass to Holiday. Clock at 6. Fires in the triple. Holiday's got 6.
This is as pure a shooter as there is. You've got to stay connected or it's a problem.
Gilgeous-Alexander into the lane.
That, folks, is about the speed of Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Gets in there before the defense can react.
Pass to Holiday. Right wing. Right side Whitmore. The kick out to Van Vliet. Late clock. Houston's got to hurry. Three-pointer. Holiday. Oklahoma City grabs a miss.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Now Wiggins. The shot misses. 29 seconds left in the third. Van Vliet outside. Takes a three. Knocks it down from distance. Van Vliet's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. SGA explodes to the rim.
Now, B.A., you know they would love for him to get more of those opportunities.
Well, that would cut into the deficit quickly if he does. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line.
There's so many things to love about Fred VanVleet's journey and his game, but perhaps the best attribute, his intelligence, his ability to outthink the defense.
Both free throws good from Van Vliet. 12 seconds left in the third. Right side Joe. And the layup is good off the glass.
That's where they'd like all their shots to come from.
Here's Whitmore outside. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And so it's Houston finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Appearing in control, but could still use a little more of a push to feel totally comfortable in this one. Back after this. With 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store. Thunder trail by 8. SGA doing his thing in close.
It's very long, and SGA so effective around the hoop because of that length.
And Van Vliet has got the ball here for the Rockets. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Here's Smith. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to go on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
Well, you love their unselfish play. Keeping that ball moving, good shot to great. That's winning basketball. And when you talk about guys who are built for the modern game, add Smith's name to that list.
Hits one, then misses the second attempt from the line. Inside. Here's Wiggins. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. Wiggins got his first bucket in this one.
Can't ask for a better look with the game in the balance.
Basket's good. And the Rockets lead by 7.
How about Fred VanVleet, the ability to carve up the defense on the dribble drive. Nice.
Uses the glass to finish the layup. Wiggins has got 4 points this quarter.
0 rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
You know, we talk about execution offensively coming down the stretch. To me, it's as important defensively, and they didn't have it.
Down low. To the paint. Here's Williams. Adams grabs the miss.
Oklahoma City foul. Williams. First personal foul. Second team foul.
That's good from Holiday.
Substitution on the court.
The Rockets lead by 6. Here's Green. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Second personal foul.
And it's like Green doesn't have an off switch. He's consistent at attacking defenses and drawing whistles.
And so he makes both from the line. About a minute and a half into the 4th now. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Green picks him up.
Ooh, bouncy. That should give him a nice lift.
Good timing. They needed that one.
Well, sometimes it's about taking it into your own hands. That kind of individual play could spark his group.
Here's Brooks. Jones grabs the board. Thunder trail by 6. Inside. It's hauled in by Houston.
Well, you got to think better of that next time. He had little to no chance of conversion.
Here's Green. The flush. Jalen Green.
Scoring is Jalen Green's top skill. I mean, he can pile up the points in a hurry.
Dort for 3. And that comes off the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And this is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
And I think this hometown crowd is in shock as the visiting squad fires right back with a 3 of their own.
And Mark Daigneault has called a timeout. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Thanks, guys. Mark Daigneault had some words for his team over the last break. He told his team, once you grab the rebound, run with the ball. Don't give them a single second to catch their breath. We control the pace of this game, not them. Guys, expect the pace to pick up.
Allie, thank you. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Wow! Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
Aggressive mindset, but the defender just as determined to send him away empty-handed. This has been the story of the game, a battle fought on offense.
And it is a major disadvantage down the stretch if you can't guard. This may just come down to who has the ball last.
And he's doing things on the glass tonight that we don't often see.
His production has been unbelievable, a testament to how much he cares about his craft.
The Rockets lead by 6. On the wing, Brooks. The 3 is up, and the 3-pointer goes.
They are unconscious from outside, and so far, the defense has had no answer.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone. How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Holmgren with the block. And he recovers it.
You know, I think it's desperation time for them.
I'll tell you, you need absolute perfection on every possession. That's what it's going to take here.
And here's Thompson. He'll bring it up for Houston. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. 3-pointer, Brooks. And the Rockets hit again from deep.
And they knew it wasn't going to be easy to win on the road, but they've controlled the pace on this one.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
Finishing the game strong. This is how you shut the door on any hopes of a comeback.
No question. They've got hot at exactly the right time. A clutch play on a team level.
Don't do anything silly. Just ride out the clock.
Yes, if they take their time and execute, the game is all theirs.
And the foul called on Jalen Williams. That's his 5th foul.
Substitution on the court.
Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Offensive rebound. And here's Green from the arc. It doesn't go for him. And it's Joe penetrating. And here's Green from the arc. Off the mark. And so it's the Rockets taking care of business in this one. They have to feel good about this performance. It's one they can be proud of.
Very true. I mean, when you're out on the road, the wins can feel a little sweeter. This one has to feel extra special.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Doris Burke, Allie...